As we close out 2023, we look back on our accomplishments from the past year. For the November edition of Code Blue News, Nevaeh reflects on Veterans Day, Josh goes in-depth on the town-wide environmental change, Amy Yip takes a trip to the Blue Hills Reservation. Hey Bulldogs, I'm Jordan Chaffee, and welcome back to another episode of Code Blue News. For our first story, Nevaeh takes us to Town Hall for our annual Veterans Day ceremony.
$1.75 million servicemen and women around the world protecting our freedom. That's why we're here today, to thank them who are here and thank those who have passed.
Celebration and remembrance. Veterans Day is a holiday meant to honor both past and present veterans serving in our country's military.
Veterans Day means to me is the honoring those who served, making sure they're not forgotten, and to make sure they have the benefits they need.
Veterans Agent Vincent Fontaine was in the Army Reserve until 9/11 when he decided to fight for our country.
For 9/11, I actually walked down to the recruiter and I went back to the Armory and went on active duty because I felt it was important for me to serve my country during that troubling times.
Andrew Johnson served in the United States Air Force during Operation Freedom.
It's important to recognize our veterans because of their sacrifice and the lives lost and the lives changed as a result of serving our country, and to remember their stories, which is difficult because of the difference in our generations and in time, but to remember that all veterans of every generation share the same call to service and respectively all put their lives on the line in service to our country.
Veterans Day is not only a day to give thanks to active men and women who are serving, but also those in our country's past. We would like to thank the brave men and women who fought for our country. This has been Nevaeh Carroll reporting.
It's great to see the town come together for such a special cause. In 2021, the town of Holbrook passed a law that mandated all businesses in the town to give out their products in paper bags rather than using plastic.
Plastic bags have been a very large part of our lives, from holding groceries to helping businesses. But what is the true cost of using these cheap products?
The chemicals used to make plastic bags contain PFAS, which are the Forever 6 chemicals that are now being shown to be harmful to humans' health.
According to the United Nations Environmental Program, plastic bags have been commonplace among businesses and households by 1979. However, due to their negative effects, a citizen's petition was submitted to the Holbrook Town Hall and passed by majority vote.
I worked with Chris Eddington and we drafted an article to be included on the special town meeting warrant. And then we did a lot of research to try to find reasons that supported our argument that a plastic bag ban would be helpful to Holbrook as a town.
Found under Article 15 of the 2022 town meeting warrant, the plastic bag ban seeks to eliminate the usage of disposable plastic checkout bags by all retail and grocery stores in the town of Holbrook, but for small businesses, however, this is easier said than done.
It's a little inconvenient because we have to get it from any local store. Plus, we cannot order it every week like we do with our food products, I would say. Still feel like it's a long way to go, especially with small businesses, because I know that there are so many large businesses that is using the paper bags now, like Walmart, CVS, Stop and Shop. So it really depends on the small businesses, although their consumerness is less, but they do impact on our society more.
Regardless, Holbrook legislators hope to make a change and improve the environment for their community.
Maybe this opens a few people's eyes, or maybe it makes people start thinking about, how can I do better to protect our environment, right? I know it's like, there's only one Earth, right? It's cliche to say there's only one Earth, but there's really only one. And in another 50 years, it needs to change, or we're going to be in big trouble.
According to the EPA, 14.5 million tons of plastic have been thrown away in the United States in 2018. Globally, we produce over 400 million tons per year, and that will end up in the environment or in landfills. Now that's a lot of baggage. But that's it from me. Back to you guys in the studio.
It's always important to know what's going on in your surrounding community. Going outside of our area, Amy brings us a story from the Blue Hills Mountains.
Do you hear that? Well, it sounds like I'm in the great outdoors. Well, I'm actually here at the Blue Hills Reservation, which is a beloved hiking trail in Northfield County, Massachusetts.
Oh, we loved it. The hike is great. It's, for the kids as a family, perfect. Completely honest, we asked ChatGPT, give us a few things to do during the weekend with a 13-year-old, a 9-year-old kid that like to be outside and some science stuff, and they suggested the Blue Hill Conservatory.
Since its founding in the late 1800s, it's been part of people's routines. But what's so special about this place?
What we have here is we have animals that are native to this region, so it's not a typical zoo where you have, exotic animals. So it's a place to learn about animals that live in the Blue Hills, also different environments in the Blue Hills. In the museum, it's set up as a walk through the Blue Hills, so you go through the marsh, hilltops, fields, forests. So we just serve as an interpretive center, teaching people about what happens here.
While this hiking trail is a tradition to most, some people are still getting to know the area.
Coming from Brooklyn, it would take probably 2 to 3 hours to get someplace nice, and this is 25 minutes or less. Glad it's here. Yeah, it's just so convenient. I don't know how to ski, so I just bought a Blue Hills, that ski reservation pass too, so hopefully I'll be that old guy falling over and over again. You can kind of just cut out stuff from the real world, if you want to call it that, so just zone out and just not really think about stuff. It'd be nice if more people did this. Obviously, if more people did it during times that I wasn't here, but it's just nice that it's tranquil, it's quiet. Yeah, I think this is therapy in some sense.
Even a century later, this has still become a tradition for some. For Student Television Network, I'm Amy Yip.
And that wraps another month with Code Blue News. This has been Jordan Chaffee reporting.